Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's acrobatics somersault class. Today, the content we're going to learn is the running front handspring with a legs together landing. First, let's take a look at the technical points of this action. 1. The technical key points of the first part are the same as those of the front handspring with a sequential landing. The difference lies in the handstand phase. Sequential landing refers to the straddle handstand position with the front and back legs separated. Landing with legs together requires that the legs must be kept together and clamped tightly. Utilize the uniform force from both legs to rotate forward. Utilize the speed of swinging and bringing the legs together, and the height of shoulder pressing and pushing off with the hands. Generate the rotational speed of the body to complete the front handspring with a legs together landing. 2. The front handspring with sequential landing can be linked together to conduct training for continuous front handsprings. It can also be linked with the legs together landing to complete the movement, improve body control, and enhance the awareness and understanding of rotational movements. What are the common mistakes in the running front handspring with a legs together landing? Let's take a look. 1. The distance of hand placement during the approach is too far or too close. 2. The hand placement on the ground varies inconsistently in the front-back direction. Charge forward with the shoulder angle. Lift your head, collapse your chest, and sink your waist. Excessive bending of the elbow joint. 3. The push from the hands is soft and slow. The timing of shoulder pressing is too early or too late. Speed is too slow. 4. The speed of kicking and swinging the legs is slow. Leg muscles loose. Knees and toes not straight. 5. The timing of the split landing is too early or too late, which leads to incorrect rotation forms and slow rotation speed. Let's look at the auxiliary training for front handsprings. 1. Use both hands to hold onto a bar for leg kicks and swings as auxiliary exercises. Requires the improvement of strength, speed, and accuracy. Two, practice handstands against the wall. The posture of the handstand. Learn the control methods for shoulder pressing, chest retraction, abdominal contraction, and maintaining overall body muscle tightness. Three, the correct distance from the wall. To reach the farthest point with the correct body shape. Practice handstands against the wall. Correct technical issues, such as hand placement being too close, failure to press the shoulders, and bringing the legs together too late. Four, use a protective mat for the buttock stand to the split landing position. Press the shoulders, tuck the head, and fall backward onto the mat to feel the sensation of rotation. 5. The teacher squats in front of the student. The student faces the teacher for the buttock stand. The teacher holds the student's waist on both sides to help the student rotate over the teacher's shoulders. To feel the sensation of the front handspring rotation. All right, everyone, that's all for our learning content this time. Looking forward to seeing everyone in the practical exercises of the offline class. Goodbye, everyone. Hello, everyone again. Welcome to this acrobatics somersault class. Today, we're going to learn the running front handspring with a sequential landing. First, let's take a look at the technical points of this movement. 1. Perform the approach step according to the technical key points of the approach run and step. 2. Quickly press the upper body forward. Keep the head firm, hollow the chest, and contract the abdominal muscles. Left foot landing to buffer in a lunge position. Both arms prepare to push. Eyes focusing on the center of both palms. Then kick the right leg back with force. And push off with the left leg. Keeping the knees and toes straight. 3. Reach both hands forward and plant them on the ground. Do not let the shoulder angle thrust forward. Maintain the strength in shoulder pressing. The elbow joints of the arms also cannot bend. Rely on the contraction of the arm muscles to control the support of the body. Fingers parallel on the ground, gripping the surface tightly, with palms shoulder width apart. 4. After performing the split during front and back handstands, quickly press the shoulders and push off with the hands, soaring above the head in an inverted position. Extend both hands straight by the sides of the ears. For after soaring, lift both arms slightly and tilt the head up. Keep the back muscles tense. Tighten the hips. Maintain the speed of the flip. Swing the legs, push off the ground. Land sequentially on the balls of the feet. Let's take a look at the common mistakes that can easily occur in this movement. 1. The distance of hand placement during the approach is too far or too close. 2. The hand placement on the ground varies inconsistently in the front-back direction. Shoulder angle thrust forward. Lift your head, collapse your chest, and sink your waist. Excessive bending of the elbow joint. 3. Weak or slow force when pushing off with the hands. The timing of shoulder pressing is too early or too late. Slow speed. 4. The speed of kicking and swinging the legs is slow. Leg muscles are loose. Knees and toes are not straightened. Let's take a look at what auxiliary exercises there are for this movement. 1. Use both hands to hold the rail for assisted kicking and swinging practice. Requires the improvement of strength, speed, and accuracy. 2. Practice the inverted posture against the wall. Learn the control methods for shoulder pressing, chest retraction, abdominal contraction, and maintaining overall body muscle tightness. 3. Maintain a certain distance from the wall. Place the hands to the farthest position while maintaining the correct body posture. Practice handstands against the wall. Correct technical issues, such as hand placement being too close, failure to press the shoulders, and bringing the legs together too late. Four, use a safety mat to transition to the straight leg position. Press the shoulders, tuck the head, and fall backward onto the mat. Experience the sensation of flipping. Five. The teacher squats down to the front of the student. Students face the teacher and perform handstands. The teacher supports the student's waist on both sides with both hands to help the student flip over the teacher's shoulders. Experience the sensation of front handspring flipping. All right, classmates, that's all for our study content this time. Looking forward to practical exercises in our next offline class. Goodbye, everyone. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this acrobatic tumbling class. Today, we are going to learn how to link front handsprings. First, let's take a look at the technical points of this movement. 1. The linking of front handsprings is a training for connecting somersault movements. Based on the proficient mastery of two handspring techniques. Front handspring with sequential landing and front handspring with feet together landing. It is an intensive training to improve the coordination of front handspring movements. It helps to improve the student's somersault skill level, improve body control, and comprehensive physical quality. 2. During the linking of front handsprings. At the end of the front handspring with sequential landing, keep the center of gravity leaning forward, utilizing the flipping speed and landing height of the front handspring. Maintain forward momentum. Follow the momentum to bring both legs into a lunge position. Keep both arms extended forward in a hand-supporting approach step posture. 3. Complete the movement according to the technical key points of the front handspring with feet together landing. Note to keep the lower hand distance forward. The legs respectively perform the movements of leg pushing, leg swinging, and bringing the legs together. Maintain shoulder pressing, chest hollowing, and abdomen tightening in a handstand. Maintain the proper timing and force when bringing the legs together. During the flip, pay attention to keeping the chest lifted, tightening the abdomen, pushing the hips up, keeping the legs straight, and clamping them together. Tighten the toes to find landing positions. Control the balance and center of gravity of the body. All right, let's take a look at what common mistakes can occur with this movement. 1. The technical key points of the front handspring with sequential landing were not properly executed. The range of motion and force of the movements did not meet the requirements. 2. The landing center of gravity in the front handspring with sequential landing was too low, resulting in the erroneous movements of sinking the hips backward and retracting the hips. The center of gravity is too low, the connection to forward motion inertia is interrupted. Lost the momentum to continue linking the next front handspring with feet together landing. 3. When linking the front handspring with feet together landing, the downward hand position is not maintained forward. The supporting hands are too close, result in the distance between the legs and the lunge being too narrow, restricting the strength and speed of the leg push and swing. Cause the upward handstand speed during the flip movement to be insufficient. It will also affect the formation of the shoulder action during inversion, causing the shoulder angle to not open fully. Cause the erroneous movement of shoulder clamping. Result in the problems of low center of gravity, slow speed during the flip movement, and an inability to stand due to the center of gravity shifting backward upon landing. All right, let's take a look at the auxiliary training for this movement on the basis of mastering the front handspring with sequential landing. Practice methods for linking front handspring with side handspring. After completing the training for the front handspring with sequential landing movement, the movement, rhythm, and range of motion when forming a lunge with both legs. Improve body control for landing with the center of gravity moving forward. Strengthen the development of motor awareness during the flipping process. Lay a good foundation for linking front handsprings. That's all for today's lesson. Looking forward to students participating in our offline practical training courses. Goodbye, students.